Hey creative friends, welcome to my channel and welcome to my greenhouse. And today, happy Father's Day. Today is Father's Day. We did a bunch of stuff around the yard, which is what we enjoy doing. There's really nothing that we wanted to go do. We've had such a busy week on our vacation that we just kind of hung out. But I hope you all had a great Father's Day. Did something great. But I worked in the greenhouse and I got to show you what we did. I'm a little bit bummed because there's a lot of the things that we usually get that I just couldn't get this year. Like, look, there's no strawberries. There's like no strawberries. None of our stores have ever had strawberries. I'm kind of bummed. But I got some things planted. It took a little extra time to get them planted, but I'm pretty confident it'll be fine. So I'm going to show you what I got here. I got this little guy. This is a Husky Cherry Red tomato. And look, there's already little blooms on there. Super excited about that one. This one is a Super Sweet 100. And I don't grow the great big tomatoes because we just don't have the climate for it. But in the greenhouse, the little guys do okay. This is a yellow pepper. In the middle there, I planted a bunch of beets, and those are cucumbers. In the second bed, that's an eggplant, and in the center is carrots. And then along there, I have some green beans. The French green beans, the little tiny ones, because they grow quicker and they're good for our climate. This is a gypsy pepper. It does peppers that are like yellow, orange, and red, so it's pretty. Carrots in the middle, more cucumbers. Here's another tomato plant. This one's really doing well back in this corner. And this is one of those San Marzano Romas. Oh, yum, I can't wait to have those. And hopefully I'll get so many of these things that I have to dehydrate them. Because, you know, I'm all about that right now. I love it. I haven't done it in so long, and I'm just like, I'm obsessed with it. These are little sugar snap peas, and they're doing good. I planted them when they were only a couple inches high, and they're growing up the trellis. And I still have some bunching onions and spinach in the middle to come up. Here's another little tomato, and this one is the yellow pear tomatoes, the little tiny ones, and those are super good. I have a recipe that I'm gonna do dehydrating that these are actually really good for it. Some more bunching onions, some lettuce, some more of those sugar, those little green peas, the snap peas. So that's the inside of the greenhouse. Like I said, there was not as much choice this year. Oh, I've got some potatoes cut ready to go too. And I've got some onions yet to plant, but I got to show you some more stuff. You know I love herbs. Well, here is some German chamomile. I'm excited about that because there's so many things I can do with that. But coming around here, I want to show you what I did with my little house. Oh, these containers, I think I'm going to do onions in those. Those are herbs. I've got some marigolds for the calendula. I can do calendula oil, which is really good for you, for your skin. It's just good stuff. And then I've got some oregano, some sweet marjoram, lemongrass, basil. This is mints. I've got 2 strawberry mint and a chocolate mint. So good. And then down here, you know, I'm about recycling. And why not recycle bathtubs when you find them? You know, seriously. So here I have zucchinis. And I have the straight neck or the yellow squash. Look, there's already a bloom. These look bad, but they're not. A friend of mine had so many of the great big elephant bulb garlic that she just pulled a bunch of them up and brought them into work. So I put them in these lattice to hold them up straight while they're taking hold. And they've been there about probably 2 weeks now, 2.5 weeks. And they look sad, but they're actually doing pretty good. And now we're going to check out this little thing. I'm going to show it to you from a distance. So what this is it's like a dog kennel, but honestly, our son was at one time worked a construction job, and I think they were demolishing something. And this was there, and I think it was like a sample. You know how like when you go to Costco and they have those great big cool dog kennels and they always have a miniature one? I think that's what this was, because it's too small to actually use as a kennel. But what I did in here, we used some plastic from an old greenhouse and put on there, and then inside these are rain gutters. And I was going to do this for herbs, but honestly, it gets so hot in there, I think it would just be really hard on the herbs. So I planted stuff. This is kind of an experiment. If it works, maybe next year I'll look into getting the rain gutters that are deeper, because these are pretty shallow. But what the heck, let's give it a try. So on this wall, I actually have the little tiny carrots that grow about the size of a radish. So I have all 3 of these with those in there. Back there I actually have radishes, and then there they had those vegetables that come like on a strip, and you plant the strip. So I did bunching onions, spinach, and then the lettuce in there. So we're gonna see how this little miniature greenhouse works for that. I think it's cool, and the reason this is important is because deer eat everything. Like, we had these beautiful plants out in the front, and they're not there now because my husband just told me the deer have got them. So these are going to grow over here. I still have more herbs. I just love herbs. So I've got rosemary, thyme, sage, oregano, golden oregano here. And then over here, I have some more mint. And this is just, no, this is not mint. This is lemon balm and citronella, or not citronella, oh man, cilantro. I can't believe I forgot that. Cilantro, and then lemon balm and chives. And flowers and citronella, which is awesome. This stuff is the best. I'll tell you, the little blooms are so pretty too, and they smell so good. So anyway, there's that. That's it. That's what I've been working on today. And now I'm going to go in and I'm going to do a dehydration of one of my favorite things. I do not like raw tomatoes. I hate raw tomatoes. But there is a dehydration that you make these little pizza bites out of little tiny potato or tomatoes and balsamic vinegar and Italian seasoning. And it's so good. So I'm going to get onto that, and I'll have a video for that as soon as those are done and dehydrated, and I can show you the whole thing. Until then, here's my garden, and I hope it grows. And I wish there was more variety this year. But I think it has to do with the fact that there's not a lot of variety in about anything anymore. So this is it for this year, and I'll keep you updated. And as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.